Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you this piece, and my husband named it Jade in Ocean. I like it. During making this piece, I also made some mistakes, which you will also see in this video. So without further ado, let's move forward. I start with drawing a shape on a MDF board and then cut it. This MDF board is left over from our renewing our ceiling. So you can see one side is already primed with white paint. So later I have to send it away, send the paint not away, but to make it not so smooth. So you can see it. I am not so familiar with the machine, so my husband came to help me to cut it. Now it's my husband. He came to help me a little bit, and now I learned, and then I continue working on it. And after cutting it, I used the tool to smooth the edge to make it not so sharp. It's everything's learning. I'm also learning how to work with the wood. And now I use sandpaper to sand the primed paint away, not totally away, but to make it better for the next step. I started with outside round with black darker color. This color I mixed black and blue. You see it. It's like black, but actually it is not black. It is a little bit dark blue. Oh, sorry, I made it messy. And when I saw it, I was thinking it was a little bit too much dark. But it's fine. It's the moment it's fine. I accept it. And then I took blue color. I cannot exactly say which type of blue is this. I just simply took what I have in my shelves, and I found I like it, so I took it. I use it, and I try to blend the two colors together. If it is not blending fine, also fine. It's blending okay. It's fine. And then I took this is what is called light blue. I don't have exactly color type of this, but I like it. And then as I said, I like it, and I took it. So I tried to blend them together. Then I start to use green color. This is type of pastel green. Pastel green, yeah. Pastel green. So it is not so. It's a little bit not so strong color like normal green. Then a little bit light green, also pastel color, pastel type. now it's nearly finished. I quite like the combination of the colors. Try to blend it a little bit better. Okay, now it's time to move to the resin part. First, I mix resin with black and blue. So as said before, it looks like black, but actually it is not. It is dark blue. With this mixture, I mix 1 drop of each color. I mixed 1 drop of acrylic paint with mica powder. So it makes the resin looks not so boring. It's a little bit because mica powder has a little bit shining effect, so it makes the resin looks better. And then with this one I mixed dark blue with light blue, 2 colors together, and use the same cup, because use same cup you can take the previous color together, so it's blending better. That's what I'm thinking. And then the next one is I try to blend it, yeah. And then the next color is I mixed blue with light blue. The color that I mixed is from dark to light, so it is gradually. It is not so in always one color. It's just moving lighter and lighter. Then I mixed light blue with dark green with resin. I always mix the color together, and with 1 drop acrylic paint and mica powder. And then I mixed dark green with light green, and this green I mixed with a little bit like apple green, so it looks not so dark. It's a little bit lighter. As I said before, I quite like the combination of the colors, and I mixed these colors with a little bit transparent. It's not so opaque, because I would like to see the golden color also, the ground color, the background color also. Then I use my finger to blend it, to make the edge not so straight line, to blend the colors. And I was thinking perhaps I tried with a little bit hair dryer or hard Luftgang. I tried with my hair dryer, and I found I don't really like the effect that hair dryer make. The reason I use hair dryer was because the heat gun I'm afraid of burning my resin, so I try not to use a heat gun. Now I'm spreading with a detergent alcohol to destroy the bubbles. In Germany, it called Spiritus, but I think in USA they call detergent alcohol. Now after 1.5 hours later, I forgot to mention that before I pour the resin, I taped the edge with masking tape for 2 layers. And now it's after pouring resin 1.5 hours, I moved the masking tape away and tried to let the resin run out its own. Here was the mistake I made. I was thinking after 1.5 hours the resin was still floating and it can flow. It could flow by its own automatically. When I took off the masking tape, the resin will flow by its own. But actually, it was not. I have no idea why. Perhaps the room temperature was too low, so the resin got thick very quick. Or it also could be that I put acrylic paint into the resin, so the resin was solid so quick. So it was not as I expected, and the resin was not running down to the edge so much and so easily. So I tried to rescue it. I tried to rescue it with using my fingers, but it was not so good. I was thinking, what should I do with this? And then I thought perhaps I can use heat gun to warm the edge to see if the resin can be a little bit could run down by its own. But I also, at the same time, was also so afraid of to burn my resin. So at the end, I gave up. I was thinking, okay, then later I do something else with the edge. So now let's see. Now let's move forward to next step. In this step I put ink. You can say this is alcohol-based ink on a stirring stick, and then I moved the stick inside the resin and to make the line effect. And with this technique, if the stick run fast in the resin, then the line will be thinner. If you let the stick run a little bit slow, then the line will be bigger. So you can see this is 4 times speed. Actually, in actual time I was moving this stick very, very slow. Sometimes it's quick, of course, because if I want thin lines, you can see. Later, I will show you the thick and thin lines in the video. Now you can see the moving. This is another technique of making lines inside the resin. And I quite like this technique. And then the next step is I put the real crystal gem in the middle. This is a real crystal white crystal gem. I've learned that the difference between real crystal gem and glass crystal is the real crystal gem. You can feel it, and it is always cold, and the cold was very comfortable cold, and people can say this is cool. But in the glass crystal, you feel nothing. You feel nothing, only something like a plastic or something. But in the real crystal gem, you can really feel it. It is cold, always cold. Doesn't matter on your body or on the paint. It is always cold. And this feeling was very, very comfortable. So I put this real white crystal gem in the middle, and then then I put this broken glass. This is a broken glass I bought in the handicraft shop, and I found with this broken crystal. Broken glass, it's a little bit sharp edges. So when we touch the piece, we have to be careful not to break it or not to break your finger, because it is not sink into the resin. It is only above the resin. Because I wait until the resin was a little bit thick, so and then I put this glass above it, so the broken glass they will not running away to other places. So it is the glass is standing above the resin, so you can touch the sharp edge. So we have to be very careful when we touch it. And now I put a little bit more crystal on it, and then I add more broken glass. Now here is the closer look of the wet result. It is not dried yet. You can see these white crystal gem and the broken glasses, and they are shining and it's good. You can also see the golden lines. I quite like the effect of the lines. They have different thickness. And they are blending quite well. It is now the next day, and the resin was not totally cured, but it is already it is not so sticky. Your fingerprint will not on the resin. So I turned it, and then I start to move the protecting masking tape away, because in this stage the resin is still hard, still soft. You can move the masking tape easier than when it is totally cured, totally hard. So I took this time to move the masking tape away. It was easier for me to work on it. But on the bottom I put one tool to protect the surface of the resin. Some tapes will still stick on the edge. I have to use knife to cut it away. So now let's move on to the edge. I want to have a silver edge. So first I paint one layer of white, and then second I paint silver color on it. I'm painting now the white color. Now I'm finished with the silver color, and now I want to seal it, the color, to seal the color. So I paint with a very thin layer resin on the color on the edge. Oh, yeah. Oh, so sorry. So sorry, it's out of camera. Sometimes if working so concentrate, I cannot even notice it was outside of the camera. And because the piece is big, so it's very difficult to hold on it. I have to always changing the position and to make sure that the resin is good stick on it. I paint the resin good. Yeah, finally I found better way to do it. Now let's have a look at the final result. This is under the room light. So this is good. This is I really like the white crystal gems. They are transparent, so you can see the background color, and it's so beautiful. They are so beautiful. And these are the broken glasses, and I like the golden lines. They are really, really good. I like the technique with sterling sticks. And this is under the sunlight. It's in our balcony, and it's under the sunlight. I will hang this piece on the wall, and between two pieces there will be a space. It's not stick together. They are not good, looking good if they stick together. There will be a space on it. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Thank you. I will try to make more videos in the future. Thank you.